So you promise yourself you finally start dropshipping, but after hours of videos and research, you find yourself stuck, drowning in information overload. Every guru says something different, every strategy conflicts with another, and the more that you search, the more confused you get. But listen, that overwhelming feeling, it ends today. Because in this video, I'm gonna be showing you step-by-step on how to actually start dropshipping in 2026. So instead of wasting months chasing strategies, I'm gonna walk you through it step-by-step the right way, so you can launch fast and get results without wasting a minute of your time. And just to make sure that you're not just watching but taking action, I'll be giving away a product list with 10 winning products with all the links and suppliers as soon as this video hits 2,000 likes, so you can start strong. So without further ado, grab your notebook, something to write with, lock in, and let's go ahead and jump straight into it. The very first step to starting your dropshipping journey is simple. Just get your store live on Shopify. Don't worry about design, products, or apps yet. This step is only about creating your account and having your store ready to build on. It's really like setting the frame of your house, and then once that's in place, you can then build it out brick by brick until it's complete. So let's go ahead and get it pulled up so you can see how to get started. Alright, so I left a link in my description right below this video. That's going to get you Shopify for 3 months for only $1. And whenever you click on that link, it's going to take you right here where you're just going to go ahead and click start for free. And then once you see the pop-up, enter your email to begin your free trial. Next, you want to go ahead and put your card information in. And no worries, you're not going to be charged anything right away. So once you go ahead and finish with that, you can see Shopify is going to ask you a few questions. Right here, it's asking me what type of store that I'm starting. And we do see options like online marketplace, social media, person retail. But for what we're doing, we're gonna go ahead and select online store. Now we're gonna go ahead and click online business, followed by selecting dropshipping products for what we're planning on selling. Now next, Shopify is gonna ask you to pick a plan. Here, you do not wanna overthink this. Just go ahead and select the basic plan because this is really all you're gonna need when starting out, and you can always upgrade later on if you need more features. Okay, your Shopify account is now officially live. All your information is set, and you've laid the foundation for your business. Now your store is officially open, and let me just say, congratulations, because you've already taken more action than most people who say they want to start dropshipping. Now we're gonna put the store to the side for a minute, but I will be coming back to it to help you fully customize and design it later on. And trust me, you will not want to miss out on that, because designing your store has never been easier than it is today with the tools I'm about to put you onto. But first, your next step to actually starting dropshipping is to find a winning product. Now listen, this is where most beginners fail because they're stuck chasing random trends, trying to reinvent the wheel, or maybe they're just straight up guessing on what products will work. But we're not doing that in 2026. Instead, we're gonna take the guesswork out with a tool called AutoDS, where this tool shows you real data like engagement scores, saturation levels, and pricing so that you can zero in on problem-solving products with long-term potential instead of something that dies out in a week. And it's the exact method that I tell my students to use to find winners consistently. So let's go ahead and pull it up so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And listen, if you want to follow along, I also have a 30-day trial for $1 with AutoDS that you can check out right below this video. Okay, so after signing up, when you open up AutoDS, the first thing you want to do is head to the handpicked product section. This is where they've already curated products with strong data behind them. Here you can scroll through categories like home and garden, beauty, sports and fitness, or search directly if you already know a niche that you want. Now, when I'm scrolling through AutoDS, here's what I'm paying attention to though. I'm always looking for products that solve a real problem, or at least have some type of wow factor. Really just making somebody's life easier and more convenient in some way. I'm also looking for stuff that's safe and practical. I don't want fragile glass or sharp items that are a nightmare to ship or can possibly even get people hurt. And lastly, I want good options. A good supplier will give me different colors, sizes, and even images and videos that I can pour straight into my store. That way, I have everything that I need to make the product page look professional without the headache. Now, once I do find a product that catches my eye, I'm not just hoping and praying that it will work. I'm looking at all the data that AutoDS gives me. The first thing you're gonna see is the engagement score. As you can see, this is gonna tell if people are actually interacting with it by showing engagement with likes, shares, and views. Now, me personally, I like to see this number around 70 or higher, because that means that there's real interest behind it. Next is the saturation score, which is gonna show how many competitors are currently selling it. Now, this is important because it's proof that people are actually buying this product, but you don't want a completely flooded market either. AutoDS will even show you targeting info, like what age group, gender, and interests are already working for this product, and trust me, later when you're running ads, that's gonna save you a ton of time. Now, for example, let's take a look at this red light therapy massager. AutoDS shows the engagement score is sitting around 70, so there's clearly good demand for it. The saturation score is around 60, which means that there's still plenty of room to compete without being buried in a crowded market. Now, as we scroll down, if we look at the supplier costs, it's sitting right around 12 to 14 bucks. Plus, they offer multiple color variants, which is perfect because it gives me flexibility on pricing and more options to show on my store. The key here is balancing cost, competition, and shipping speed, which brings us to the next conversation, which is fulfillment. And here's the thing, slow shipping will kill your brand, even if your product is amazing. And in 2026, customers expect their orders in days, not in weeks. So when I'm looking at suppliers, I'm always checking a few key things. How long does it take them to process an order? What's the total cost once you add the product and shipping together? And finally, what's the total delivery window? If it's something in the 7 to 13 day range, you're good. But if you see 19 to 20 days, that's just way too slow. And you should just keep looking for a better supplier. So if you find yourself with a supplier shipping that's too slow, look for another listing of the same product right inside AutoDS with faster delivery, since there are usually multiple options depending on the product. Then once you've locked in your product and your supplier, the best part is that AutoDS handles fulfillment for you automatically. And now at this point that you know how to pick winning products with real data, and you have a system in place to fulfill orders quickly, you're already ahead of most beginners who get stuck chasing trends and waiting on slow shipping. So now with the foundation set, we can move on to designing your store and getting it ready to start selling. So here's another real problem that most beginners run into. They spend days trying to design a store from scratch, stressing over layouts, colors, and buttons, and then end up quitting before they even launch. But AI has completely changed this forever, specifically with AI store builders. Instead of starting from a blank page, you answer a few quick prompts, and then it auto builds a ready-made store framework for you, where it sets up your homepage and product page templates, banners, testimonial sections, even bundle layouts. And it even drops in a handful of starter products based off the niche that you pick. Now, these aren't necessarily the products that you'll end up selling, but it does mean that you're not starting off on an empty store. You're actually starting off with products that AI has found in real time that are all working in that niche. So again, you're not reinventing the wheel. You can actually see what a finished shop looks like on day one. That's why having your Shopify foundation already set up is so important, because once that base is in, these AI tools make the whole process faster and less stressful. So let's go ahead and dive into what that looks like. And if you want to do it with me, just make sure to use the link in the description, as it will take you straight to the AI store builder page. Then once you have it pulled up, enter in the same information that you use when creating your Shopify account. Next, you're going to choose a niche where you'll see options like sports and fitness, pets, electronics, fashion, or you can click not sure for a clean general template. And for this example, I'm gonna go to select not sure so we can get the most flexible starting point. After that, pick 2 banner images that fits your brand's vibe. Here, you do not want to overthink this. This is your store, so you can always come back, customize it, and swap them out later. So since we already have our Shopify account set up, we can just go ahead and click done, and then paste the Shopify URL when prompted. So very quickly, let's head back over here to the Shopify tab, copy the link, and then paste it into the AI store builder, and then hit save. Just like that, you got a store with this layout build, and even some placeholder products already in there so you can visualize your site. And now from here, we're gonna go ahead and dial in the design of your store. So let's break down what this looks like, starting with your homepage, because the first impression is everything. And if your site doesn't look legit within the first few seconds, people will click off. So the question is, well then, how do you make sure that doesn't happen? And the answer is by using a .store domain. Using this type of domain, right away it tells visitors, hey, this is a real store and you can trust it. And the numbers don't lie. Stores using .store get 87% more traffic, 12% cheaper ads, and 2x more visibility on search. And the best part is right now you can grab one for just 99 cents for your first year. Plus you'll unlock $2,500 in savings on marketing tools like Vistaprint, MailChimp, and more just by using this domain. So if you want your homepage and brand to look and feel legit from day one, I strongly suggest that you use my code ACStore at get.store to get started today. But look, your homepage is what really sets the tone, and it needs trust, flow, and speed, so people instantly feel comfortable shopping. Let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. All right, so check this out. Here's our homepage right after signing up for Shopify and letting the AI store builder do its thing. You see, we didn't design a single page ourselves, and it already looks like a real store. Up top, you'll see the horizontal ticker. This is where you can highlight any promotion that you want, like a seasonal sale or free shipping over $50. For example, I'm gonna go ahead and change this text to say fall sale 50% off, since fall is basically here, and you'd be surprised at how much impact a simple update like that can have. And you're seeing how it's updating instantly as I type. This is no waiting around or reloading. I mean, this is all happening live in real time for you to see exactly what it looks like. Now, right below that, you'll see the header menu, which involves the home, catalog, and contact. And if you wanted to, you could add extra pages here for things like tracking or store policies, but I'm going to leave it as it is for now so we can go ahead and keep moving. Now, next up is your main image banner. That big picture you see right under the header. Now the AI store builder is going to set it up as a slideshow by default, but we can easily come in, swap it out so we can make it feel more on brand. Now an easy way to find good quality stock images is with a free site called pexels.com. Let me go ahead and show you how. So once we go ahead and head into their website, once you're there, you're just going to type in something that matches your brand or colors or basically whatever vibe that you're trying to go for. Then when you find an image that you like, download it and then come back to your store. Click on the image section, upload the file that you just saved, and then select it. You see how quick that was? Just a couple clicks and the store already feels way more welcoming and it matches the look that I want. Now that I have that inputted, I'm gonna go ahead and click on save, and that's basically it. Our new banner is locked in and officially ready to go. Up next would be the mission statement and the look. And here, you don't need to be a marketing genius to write one. If you got a clear idea, great. Just go ahead and type it out. But if you're not sure where to start, tools like ChatGPT can help you draft something that sounds professional and on brand in seconds. I'm trying to tell you guys, AI takes the heavy lifting off your plate so you can focus on what matters most, building the rest of your store and getting as quick as you can into the market. Now, a quick note on how Shopify's design works. The header, the main template, and the footer are all made of sections, and each section is made of blocks. So a slideshow is a section, a rich text area is a section, and things like a heading or button are blocks inside those sections. And say you don't need or want any of these blocks, you could just simply highlight whatever it is that you don't need and then simply just click delete. But here's the thing, your homepage is really just a welcome mat. The real action happens on the page that makes or breaks your sales, which is the product page. This is where 90% of your visitors land and where they decide if they're buying or not. And it's actually the single most important page on your site. So if your homepage is the welcome mat, then this right here is the front door. And if it's not built to convert, all the traffic in the world won't matter. So let's break down how to design a product page that builds trust, answers questions, makes buyers feel effortless, and most importantly, drives consistent profit into your pocket. So if we take a look at our product page, we already have some built-in bundle deal options. Now, these are huge for boosting your AOV, or better known as your average order value. For example, you can offer buy 2, save 10%, or buy 3, get 1 free. When you set this up right on the product page, it nudges customers to buy more in one order, which is more profit without spending more on ads. But if you skip this, you're realistically just leaving money on the table. Now, scrolling down, you're gonna see the image with text sections. These are perfect for showing off product benefits, features, or even lifestyle shots of customers using your product. Now, here's a little pro tip. Sometimes suppliers upload product images with watermarks or branding that you don't want. And instead of wasting time downloading them, editing them in Canva, and then re-uploading, install the Shopify Canva app. This connects your Canva account directly to Shopify, so you can remove watermarks, tweak the image, or even add in your own branding, and then push it back to your store with a single click, ultimately saving you a ton of time and keeping your workflow smooth. Now, finally, at the bottom of your product page, you want to add in testimonials and product reviews. And let me just say, this is one of the most important sections because it's where trust is going to get built. And if you skip this, even the best looking store can still feel scammy. Real reviews, even just a few photos or star ratings, can make all the difference in whether someone buys or bounces. And the good news is, you don't have to wait until you have a ton of customers to add them in. Apps like Look Reviews makes this easy. They let you display real photo and video reviews right on your product page, and it works with any Shopify theme. And one of the best parts is that setup only takes a few clicks and ultimately is not going to slow your site down at all. And what I love is that after each purchase, Looks automatically follows up with your customers and collects product reviews for you. So you're building social proof on autopilot without any manual effort. And if you're just starting, Looks also allows you to import product reviews from your supplier, so you're not starting from zero. So if you want to go to use this tool for your store, I went ahead and dropped a link for you in the description so you can set it up right away. Now, last but not least, you do not want to forget your footer. This is where you're gonna put your return policy, shipping information, or contact page. And I know it might feel like small detail, but without them, your store can look unfinished. But with them, it feels professional and credible. So by the time that you set those up, your store doesn't just exist, it actually looks and feels like a real brand. But listen, none of that matters if you don't have ads that are bringing customers in. The product, design, and customer trust are only half of the equation. And this right here is where you need to lock in right now, which is the most important part of dropshipping that will help you achieve over 90% of your success, which is by knowing how to market your store with a balance of paid ads and organic content, so people are actually able to find and buy what you're selling. Look, I'll be real with you guys. People just don't trust faceless brands anymore, and they definitely won't heading into 2026. Nowadays, consumers are gonna scroll right past anything that looks like a generic ad. And when that happens, you end up paying more money just to get fewer people to notice you. Your reach gets smaller, your ads cost more, and it just becomes harder and harder to make sales. This is why in 2026, you cannot rely on paid ads alone. Organic content like TikToks and influencer posts have to work alongside your ad spend. And when you combine the two, your brand feels real to customers, not just like some other sponsored post. And if you want my full paid ad strategy, the same one that took my own store to over $100,000 in less than 30 days, then go ahead and check out my video on how to run Facebook ads. But for now, let me show you what this looks like in real action. So let's say that we're checking out an eye cream product. I'm gonna hop on TikTok and just start scrolling to see what's already out there. And right away, you'll notice that there's a ton of videos from creators using products like this. I mean, even here's one that's doing pretty good. It's about 47 seconds long. You see the product being used, a nice clear demo of the red light feature, and it's clean. I mean, there's no logos, no watermarks, and no clutter. Even the first few seconds are a great visual hook, something that would make you stop scrolling if it came across your feed. Now let's go ahead and scroll just a little bit more, and here's another one. Now, this one is huge though. Over 68,000 likes, hundreds of comments and shares, and it has some really good engagement. Now this one is a little bit longer though, but that's fine because you can always trim it into shorter pieces later. What matters is that it shows the product clearly. It's getting a ton of engagement, and ultimately it feels natural. Now if I keep scrolling, you're gonna notice a pattern. The videos that stand out all show the products in use right away, have some kind of eye-catching thumbnail or opening frame, and people are actually interacting with them. In 2026, that's the kind of user-generated content that works because it feels authentic, it's attention-grabbing, and it already has proof that viewers care. So now that you got a feel for what content and ads working together can look like, the next move is just figuring out how to turn that attention into a brand that people actually remember. And that's where white labeling comes in. White labeling, it might sound complex, but it's really simple and it will take you to the next level in this year. Imagine that you buy a plain water bottle that doesn't have any name on it. It's just a regular bottle. Well, what white labeling simply means is that you can put your name and logo on that bottle so it looks like it came from your company. Now, you didn't build the bottle yourself, someone else did make it, but now it has your brand on it. That way, when people do buy it, they're gonna remember your name, not just some random brand. Ultimately, what this does is it just makes your store look more official and allows people to instantly trust you more than competitors who have multiple brands and multiple logos across your store. So here's how white labeling works inside AutoDS, using this electric spin scrubber as an example. Now, some products on AutoDS have an icon showing that they can be white labeled. That means that you can add in your own logo to the product or even the packaging and invoice. So instead of shipping a random generic scrubber, it feels like it's coming from your brand. It's simple, it's all done within AutoDS, and you can still fulfill your orders the same way. So the big win here is making a generic product look and feel like your own brand, which is a huge plus for your store because it instantly builds trust and makes your brand stand out. So instead of being just another store selling the same product, you're creating a branded experience that feels more premium and continues to keep customers coming back. And look, I know how frustrating it can feel starting out. You've got a million questions. Everyone is telling you something different, and it feels like you're one wrong move away from wasting all your time and money. I've been there, and that's exactly why I built my one-on-one mentorship. Because the truth is, you don't need more random advice. You need someone in your corner who's actually done it and can guide you step by step to avoid any mistakes along the way. Inside this program, you'll get weekly one-on-one calls with myself and my team, 7-day chat support so you're never stuck on your own, a private community of students actually getting results, a step-by-step plan built for your situation, and so much more. I'll even personally review your pricing campaigns so that you know that you're on the right track. So if you're tired of wasting time, money, effort, or energy into the wrong direction, and you want a clear path to make your first $10,000 online, then go ahead and hit this link right below this video and apply for one of the limited spots that we have available. You see, the most lucrative thing about dropshipping in 2026 is that it's repeatable. If today I'm selling a women's pregnancy pillow, tomorrow I might sell a baby bed that goes with it, and next week the baby hip seat carrier. One cycle builds onto the next. Every customer you have has a life journey themselves, and once you understand this process, you can keep running it over and over again with any niche and build any online store that you want around it. That's why this video isn't just about one store or one product. It's about a system that you can use time and time again. And if you want to see me put that same system into practice in real time, make sure you check out my I Tried Dropshipping series, where I actually test products, show you the results, and break down exactly what worked and what didn't using these exact strategies that I broke down in this video today. Providing concept and continuously pushing through the message of men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So don't just watch this and move on. Take action, apply what you learned, and start your first cycle today. And as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you in that video. This is AC with Supreme Ecom, and I'm out.